Hi, my name is Morgan Muston, and I am going to be recording a video talking about technology and teaching. Um, I'm going to answer two questions that were provided, and we are going to see how technology can be integrated into teaching. So, how do you think lessons can utilize technology in a way that integrates Bloom's taxonomy? Here is a breakdown of Bloom's taxonomy. We have create, evaluate, analyze, apply, understand, and remember. We're going to start with remembering, which is recalling facts, basic concepts, that kind of thing. One way that I, in my classroom, use the remembering part and use technology to help me with that is students can use Pear Deck to answer turn and talk questions about the previous slide. So if I'm presenting something on the Battle of Gettysburg, I can ask them questions about things that we just learned in order to just make sure that short-term memory is there. Next on Bloom's taxonomy is going to be understand. Understand is explain ideas or concepts. One way that I use this in my classroom is Venn diagram drag and drops. Students can participate in Venn diagram drag and drops format through the use of Google Slides. I use this a lot as a way to kind of just make sure that they're understanding the material before, and you can just take and drag these things into this using PowerPoint. The next one is apply. Apply is use information in new situations. This one way that I use this in my classroom is students can create and solve problems through the use of online programs like Carnegie Learning. One of the schools that I've worked in the past really used a lot of math work on Carnegie Learning in order to get that the skills down that they learn in class. Another another level of Bloom taxonomy is the Analyze tab. This is where we draw connections among ideas, differentiate, organize, relate, compare, contrast, distinguish, examine, and experiment. I currently teach U.S. history and Texas history, and one thing that is really big in this level is we use a lot of picture analysis to try to see what the people were feeling, what they were going through, all of that kind of thing during the picture or whatever it is that is going on. So students can analyze a picture that a teacher posts online, and they can add places where they come up with questions or they notice things. Like you can see here on this picture, I've added some post-it notes. That's another thing that we do using technology in the classroom so that they can see that, okay, this person is feeling this is going through this person's mind, and we can continue to monitor what is happening. All of these things that I have talked about can be monitored by the teacher through the use of online platforms like Canvas, or even through the use of things like GoGuardian, where we have the ability to monitor what they are doing. The next step is going to be evaluate, which is justify a stand or decision. For me personally, in history, one thing that we talk about a lot is what do you think these people were feeling, or why do you think they were feeling this way, and how did that lead to where we got. So one way that I do this in my classroom is students can participate in a forum where they can respond to each other's discussion posts. I can put up a question to the effect of, what does manifest destiny mean? And my students can respond and have this discussion post online that the teacher can go through and look through and see if they're getting the material that they need and evaluate whether or not they are grasping what they need to in order for us to move on a topic. And lastly, on the Bloom's taxonomy is going to be create, produce a new or original work. I use this a lot in my classroom to make sure that they are getting the topics and the understanding that they need. And one way that I do this is students can create their own PowerPoint presentation about a certain topic that we are learning about. So if we're going over industrialization, they can have a one-page slideshow and put pictures on it that represent industrialization. And all of this can be turned in through that online Canvas PowerPoint and platform so that the teacher, can go back and read this and make sure that they're getting what they need to. Another way is you can go through Google Slides as well and make a poster advertising a certain topic. So maybe we can make a propaganda poster saying, what they need to about the immigrants that are coming over during industrialization or World War II or any of that kind of stuff. So it gives that creativity to the students, but it's also allowing the teachers to check it and make sure that it's okay. Now, the second question that I'm going to answer is, what other ideas do you find useful in your teaching in Hamlin? After reading the chapter, there were some things that kind of stuck out to me that I find really useful, and I've noticed that I already do in my own classroom. Instructional uses, PowerPoint presentations, and videos. I use PowerPoints every single day in my classroom, not only to just get my students started, but also in order to tell them the information that they need during notes, during classwork, all of the following. This is a really useful tool, and it keeps the students engaged with the note taking that's going on. Another thing that I like to use is videos, especially with history. I love to put a video in there because sometimes there's reenactments that students can use, and it's just really helpful for them to be able to see what is going on in this area. Project-based learning. We do this a lot as well in history because we, like I said in previous slides, we like to create PowerPoints or we can do Venn diagrams. All of this can be a project-based learning. And through the use of technology, it's easy to assign a specific group specific things. So if one group is supposed to be creating a poster, I can shoot that through them or to them, through Canvas, or I can give it another group different instructions. It gives the ability to the teacher to make and choose what she wants to do or he wants to do. Um, Collaboration with teaching partners. That's a big one. Our school just accepted a one-to-one program where I have all of my students have computers that they personally take home. And also teachers have computers that they can personally take home as well. So we are able to collaborate across platforms. If my teacher partner and I are working on something, we can both work on it at the same time instead of us having only the ability to work on it by ourselves. We can collaborate on worksheets if we're going through that and she notices that there's a typo or that she wants to add an idea or a thought onto this. She has the ability to do so. Another thing that we can collaborate on as well is testing and kind of seeing how we can build those tests. We use at my school district EdUphoria, which is a great data-driven document analysis testing site. And through this, we have the capability of using the technology to access it from not only me, but my other teacher partner as well. And I can add questions, she can add questions. It's just really helpful and useful when the day gets busy and we have that ability to still work together from different rooms while we're doing different things. So we are very big, and I am very big on integrating technology into the classroom, especially now that we are moving to completely testing online. That has been something that I have been wanting to push, and my district has pushed as well, to make sure that the kids are getting as much technology, as much interactive questions as they possibly can, so that they feel prepared when STAR testing and state testing starts happening. I think that it gives the students so much creativity and it keeps them engaged because their whole life is technology. And that is something that we need to keep using because it's something that they use. But that's the answer to both of my questions. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you.